All right. Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to your new moon in Taurus. This is live streamed on Tuesday, May 11th. So if you are catching the replay, there's a live chat, so you may just see me talking to people. This new moon in Taurus, I'm going to keep it a little bit shorter because Uranus is here. Uranus is conjuncting the new moon in Taurus. And so I do expect a lot of unexpected things to be coming up for everyone in their lives. So definitely go with the flow and embrace whatever is coming up and whatever, new, different, unusual, exciting. It's going to be very refreshing. It's going to be something that you need to experience to break you out of your comfort zone, to shake things up a little bit. So I've learned from the Scorpio super full moon to allow some additional time. Oh, hello, Rain Bear. Hello, Sarah. Welcome. Oh, perfect timing. Lovely. Actually, you just reminded me. That's really great. Actually, both of these lunations, this new moon, well, actually, this is the last one before the eclipse season. The end of May, June 10th, this is all perfect timing. This is all really, really divine timing. Everything going on. We have Neptune and Pluto speaking in harmony with this new moon. It's just really nice. Okay, I'm going to get into it. So this new moon in Taurus is taking place at about 21 degrees of Taurus. Like I said, with the outer planet Uranus, and also right in the next sign over in Gemini, we have Venus in the early degrees of Gemini approaching her conjunction with the North Node and to Mercury in Gemini. This is where Mercury will station retrograde, enter the shadow at the end of this week. Hello, Junior. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So you guys heard me talk about this in the May monthly, that this really is about getting clear on what you want, getting clear on what really matters to you, getting clear on what is meaningful. I mean, honestly, truly meaningful. And it's funny, I was going to go live earlier today, and I kept getting this feeling that there was something I was missing, even though I've been talking about the new moon for quite some time already. And then finally she gave it to me, which is why I'm coming on a little bit later in the day as well. And that's in the title of this video, the value of dreams, because there's this energy that is extremely dreamy, creative, idealistic, and spiritual. And there's also this energy of what matters, what do I want, what's real, what's concrete. And there's something about the in-between of that. So basically, like that magician card, being able to bring power from above and through desire, put it down into manifestation. So there's something about that. There's something about, yes, getting clear on what you want so that you can actually focus on the right thing. Because with this Mercury in Gemini, the North Node, and Venus in Gemini, there will be options. There will be options to consider, different paths to take, different people, different situations, jobs, all sorts of different oh, hey, Jeff, welcome. Watching all different sorts of options, multitasking, having a lot of different pans in the fire. And so what I'm going to suggest is to pick the most important dream, the most meaningful thing to you, and focus all of your energy there. Because when we have too many different things, too many different hobbies, too many different pans in the fire, it actually just divides our energy, and it disperses our power. So there will be something over the next 2 weeks that comes up for you that it'll just click. It'll just stand out in some way, shape, or form. And you'll know that that's it. You'll know that that's what it is. That's what you want. That's what's meaningful. That's what's the most important. That's some clues to this. It'll arouse your curiosity. It'll be different. It'll be unusual. It will be something that even edges you out of your comfort zone, in your perspectives, in your feelings, your emotional sense, or out of your comfort zone more physically, locationally. It's a job that's really great, but it's in a weird location, or there's going to be something a little bit off about it or strange to you, but you will have this intuitive feeling that it is the right thing for you, and it is great for your personal growth. So on top of that, we do have some challenges to this new moon. We do. However, However, back to the dreamy part of this, because with this energy, with this Taurus energy, this is the very stabilizing, concretizing. Taurus gives us the gift of this consistent energy, likes to just pick one thing, go after it until it's achieved, and just like build, and build. Then we have that, we do. However, we're being challenged by Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius. However, Pluto is still in Capricorn. Pluto is retrograding in Capricorn. Pluto's going to be in Capricorn for a little bit. So, with Pluto supporting this new moon, with Uranus involved, which is the total opposite energy, it's not consistent. Uranus energy, it's like the lightning bolt strikes and then it's gone, it disappears, and then it strikes again. But then we have Mars in Cancer sextiling this Iranian energy, sextiling Uranus. So there's a lot going on that's really shifting the ground beneath you in order to shake it up so that you really, this is like saying there's a big decision to be made. Let's flip a coin because I don't know what I want. I don't know what decision I'm going to make. But once that coin flips in the air, you know what you're hoping for. You know what you're hoping will land. And that's when you know, oh, I was actually hoping for one side over the other, so it must be that. Whereas before, you're like, oh, I can't pick. But when you flip that thing, it's like, it's kind of like that. That's kind of the energy of this where, you'll have to work with some things shifting and moving, surprises, plan time around your days, around, just plan for surprises and things of that nature. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a lot of earthquakes and, seismic earth crust stuff, just like breaking apart and stuff like that. So, okay, back to what I was saying. So Pluto in Capricorn is giving us this laser focus, giving us this really, pinpointed, very clear, very almost obsessive sort of tunnel vision onto this thing. And it's helping to transform the situation. So don't worry about the timing. Don't worry about anything that's outside of your control. Just focus on the energy itself. Focus on the what. Stay open-minded regarding everything else, because this laser focus is going to help you kind of drown out like the superfluous options, the background noise of everything. So the challenges with Saturn and Jupiter, this is where we're going to be dealing with this all year. This is where, the Saturn-Uranus square is the energy of having to be shifted and jolted out of our comfort zones in these areas of life. However, Saturn is saying, do this the right way, honor your responsibilities, of course, give it structure, give it form. And Uranus, it's weird. It's like the stable energies are paired up with like the rebellious planets, and the rebellious energies are paired up with the stable planet. So it really, really is that like to the 10th power. So this new moon in Taurus activates that. And on every new moon, we have this opportunity to build something new. It's like writing on a beautiful, clean, clear sheet of paper, a new story, a new something that you want for yourself. So in this journey, in this adventure, you're discovering new values. You are restabilizing what has been valuable to you all along that you were taking for granted, that you were missing. And the supportive energy that we have at this new moon comes from this new moon, yes, being trined by Pluto, but also both Pluto and the new moon are sextiling Neptune in Pisces, right in between the two. So it's like a mini trine. The focus comes down onto the idealism, onto the creativity, onto the inspiration, onto the hope and the faith and your inner spirituality. If you just listen to that quiet voice, you will know that you have an intuitive understanding about this direction that you're taking, a path that you're choosing, something that you are being encouraged to go towards out of curiosity, out of this intuitive feeling, even though it's different, even though it's new, even though you don't know a lot about it, even though it just does not come in the package that makes you comfortable. So That's what it will be that takes you through the other side of this, because we need hope, we need faith, we need to believe in the intangible before we can bring it down into manifestation, before we can make it real. And that is the value of dreams. Whether that dream is to pay off your school, no, student loans, to pay off your student loans, or to buy your own house, or to have children, to create a book, to write a book for yourself, to, whatever those dreams are, even if it's to get out of an abusive relationship and you're like, oh my God, that will just set my life so free and liberated. There's a liberating aspect to this as well. So whatever is outside of your comfort zone likely has the keys to your freedom, because not only is it liberating you from something more tangible, but it's liberating you from a mentality. And this is perfect gearing up for eclipse season anyway, because it's the mentality that's going to be really shifted. Like, this is a wonderful 2 weeks that we have. These 2 weeks for the new moon in Taurus are going to be so lovely, so delightful. It's going to be the end of May, stronger in June, that things get really accelerated. That's like the word that I can come up with, is accelerated. And what will it be accelerating is our perspectives, our shifts. Honestly, just a side digression. This is not part of the presentation. I am so excited for the aliens to come out. I am so excited for the reports. I am so excited for transparency and honesty. I am so freaking excited. Okay, I just want to say that. So that's part of it. That could be totally part of it. And it very likely will be part of it, because that's going to be some information, Geminian, Sagittarian energy that comes out that shifts everyone's perspective. I mean, I just remember, oh, thank you, Troy. Thank you for the little alien. I remember terrorizing my little sister because she just doesn't want to think about aliens, doesn't want to think about it, believe in aliens. I'm like, it's not something you believe in. It's life. You really think we're the only ones, and then galaxy of galaxies of galaxies, that's egotistical thinking. That's just not, it's not rational, So anyway, so I'm just really, I'm excited for it. Sorry. Okay. Back to you. So this is great practice, gearing up for all of the seismic shifts that are going to be happening at the end of May, in just a couple of weeks, at the beginning of June, up to June 10th. It's just going to be a lot. It's going to be a big summer. And then we have Jupiter entering into Pisces Thursday. The day after tomorrow. So the whole vibe is going to shift again. Honestly, this is a big shift of energy, but you can write on it. This is what I love about the new moons, is because you can it's like you write your own ticket with new moons. And so I just want you to just connect with yourself and connect with your dreams. Just try to take, if you don't have any dreams, or just remember when you were a child and you had dreams. What were your dreams growing up? What is a lifelong dream? What have you been always wanting for yourself? Maybe it's, a certain type of kitchen. Maybe it is a certain type of bed for yourself. Whatever it is, whether it's mundane or spiritual or romantic or creative or accomplishment oriented, really take stock, because this energy, while it's sort of crunchy, it's crunchy in the way that you can use to propel yourself forward, because there's two paths for people that have really hard birth charts, born with very difficult energies in their natal charts. It's that's the stamp of how your energies run for your whole life. So it's your decision. It's free will above everything. We're all self-made, every single one of us. There's two paths. You are letting your energies run you and control you, and then life is hard, everything's hard, dealing with people's hard, and then you just drugs, alcohol, and you're out of control. You can't get a grip on yourself. You can't marshal your energies, and you kind of just stay that way and give up. At any point, you can make the change. You can decide to be different. And that other path is when you invest and steer that free will to marshal your own energies, to control yourself. This is the strength card in the tarot, with the woman holding the lion's mouth open. It's spiritual courage, spiritual power. overtaking the human personality, that human primal instinctual energies that we all have, because we're spiritual, because we have a soul, because we're just, the soul is not the enemy of the flesh, but it's driving force. The flesh is not the enemy of the spirit, but it's vehicle. It's that perspective that, we're just like operating ourselves here from the inside. So when that's the benefit of astrology, that's the benefit of all this stuff here that we do here on the channel and on Patreon and whatnot. It's just the dreams are what fuel what you do with the body. It's your dreams, your faith, your thoughts, your feelings. All of that energy is your driving force. So if you're thinking negatively all day and griping about your boss or your coworkers or whatever it is, that's the reality. That's your little bubble. Okay. But if you're at work and you don't want to stay in that job and you're daydreaming about running your own cryptocurrency investment club, I don't know, something that is going to align you with that timeline, and eventually they're going to meet. It's part of the manifestation principle. It's part of it. It's not the whole thing. But the value of the dreams is that it brings you out of a reality. It brings you out of something that, this is very, very common with trauma survivors, like people with PTSD and people that have gotten out of horrible situations. It's because they were able to reject what was happening in their environment and reject what they were seeing and think to themselves, this is not my real life. Like, one day I'm going to be out of this. One day I'm just going to be gone. I'm going to be free. I'm going to be like somewhere else, and I'm going to be a different person. I'll have different everything. And you have to harness that hope. You have to believe in that, so that you have the strength to get out of certain situations. So I'm just getting a little dark, sorry, but that's part of the value of having dreams. So whether your dreams are to get out of the darkness, or if you've already come out of the darkness and you're like, oh my God, I'm out of that relationship, I'm out of that situation, I am out of that life. Guys, honestly, you guys have heard me say this before. I've been living my life, I think it's like over 2 years now, without any conflict in my life. It's like the thing that I cherish. I cherish it so much. There's no conflict. There's no conflict. It's just like peace. It's peace, beauty, grace. It's like, it's heavenly. So honestly, you guys, the value of your dreams, there will be that moment that clicks for you. It will click. It will all fall into place over these next 2 weeks. It will be very unexpected. It can come in, in the most oddest of moments, or there may be situations just developing for you, communications. There will be multiple options. You will have to choose one, but the choice, is it a good choice or a bad choice? It's reflective of your level of self-awareness and your self-esteem. I put it up on the Instagram. We're never going to outperform our level of self-esteem. We're never going to achieve something beyond our level of self-awareness. That's what our realities are made up of, is our level of self-awareness and self-consciousness. How conscious are we of our subconscious motivations? Because if we're not, that's what's going to run us. That's what's going to run and operate our bodies and control what we say and how we interact with people. So that's like our shadow. So when we do our shadow work, you guys know how it goes. Okay. So we also have, a little bit more on the challenge. So we have Mars in Cancer squaring Chiron in Aries. This is kind of painful. This is definitely a painful, this could be like rubbing salt in the wound. There could be some family stuff coming up. There's going to be something that activates the insecurity that we feel in regards to taking the lead on something, taking the lead in a situation, taking the lead on, something for ourselves. But what I love about this new moon, what I absolutely adore about this new moon, is the mini trine to Neptune. This is faith and love and beauty and idealism and creativity and the intuition and spirituality, overcoming everything, overcoming all of the obstacles, overcoming everything that's difficult, overcoming the changes. So when things are changing up for you over the next couple of weeks, it will be this intuitive understanding that you feel within yourself that takes you over over and beyond. That's what it's going to be. Okay. So, like I said, Saturn in Aquarius wants you to do it the right way. Squaring this new moon, it's like you may have to make a commitment. The timelines may be shifting. You might have to wait longer. You might have to do something sooner, what have you. But with Jupiter here in Aquarius also affecting this at the energetic degree of Aquarius, that's very much like this is going to be shifting because, like I said, on Thursday, when Jupiter moves into Pisces, the mood, the energy is going to shift again. It's going to shift a lot. Like, honestly, we're in this eclipse season, so things are going to be shifting and changing. And I just want you guys to be able to go with the flow and really trust yourselves and trust your intuition. That's all you ever have to do is just get closer to yourself, get closer to your own personal, your own higher self, your own connection to source. Check out my website, theartigan.com/CIA, and there's everything there about all this. What is in my head? All the CIA declassified documents. I think this thing is like, there's like little glittery things in here. Okay. Declassified documents of all the physics of how I do my psychic work, which is so interesting to actually just read through. So I'm going to be going into the holograms. It's going to be so much fun. I do that over on TikTok. But honestly, you guys, when Jupiter moves into Pisces, that's going to make you feel so like Superman and just like believe and be really like the faith is there and the belief and the creativity and the spirituality. So if you guys are having your spiritual practices, if you're doing anything creative, idealistic, anything Neptunian, it's going to get a huge boost. So it's a great time to launch your, like if you guys want to do your own spiritual channels or you want to share information that's really uplifting and inspiring, do it. The world needs more of it. Really, really do it. And then next Monday, Tuesday, Venus is going to conjunct the North Node. So there will be this information coming in through a relationship or about a relationship that's going to orient you more on your path. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be very like witty banter. I'm getting very like Cary Grant vibes with that. So there's a lot coming up. I'll be here to talk about it in my weeklies for psychic astrology. But that's really, honestly, I don't want to over like saturate the message. I just wanted to really convey that part because you're going to be getting clear on what you want. It's going to be destabilizing, but it's going to be restabilizing. It's going to be giving you this opportunity to close out and solidify old cycles of lessons of, okay, I've learned that it's over, and it's really over because you're starting something new. You know, you might think like you're over, a divorce or a relationship, but when you meet someone new, that it's like a whole new world opens up for you romantically, then you're like, oh my God, I'm so over it. I'm really, really over it. Like, and I know that for sure now because I'm so ready to like go down this path, go down on this adventure and see what's over there. And like, like the whimsy and the fun and the excitement just burbles. I don't think that's a word. Gurgles, is that what I'm trying to say? Gurgles up. So that's what I'm saying, is that you may be triggered by why it's different, or if it's unique, if it's unusual, the timing, the periods, the like, all of that might kind of throw you a little bit. So tune into your intuition, really tune into what you're feeling, what your intuitive understanding is about this, and then choose one thing, choose one priority. What's your biggest dream? And go after that, because you have a great opportunity to make it real, to really concretize this and bring it down into the physical reality. Saturn's helping you do that through commitment. So don't be afraid of making any commitments, because it's only going to help. Actually, if you want to make commitments, this is the rest of this week till Friday, Saturday, before Mercury enters shadow, is really great for contracts, agreements, marriages, all of that kind of thing, because it's very solidifying and it's really nice. It's really, really great energy. Okay, guys. So, all right, my loves, oh, hey, Laura, welcome. See, I actually stayed true to it. It's not like a 60-minute, it's going to be so short. I did Aries through Libra over on Patreon, and I'm about to go over and finish doing Scorpio through Pisces. So I'll see you guys over on the flip side. Otherwise, my loves, I will see you tomorrow for Wednesday's Psychic Tarot reading. Okay, darlings. Oh, I'm sorry, being Jasmine. I'm signing off, but I love you guys. Take really good care, and I will see you guys next time. Have a lovely new moon in Taurus. Until then, lovies, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings. Mwah.